Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as the title has suggested, I am going to be sharing 4 family recipes with you all. I know you guys enjoy these kind of videos because they give you a little bit of inspiration when it comes to what to feed your family. All of these recipes are really nice and simple as usual, and one of them is going to be using a new little cooking device that we have bought recently, which we are just loving. We actually use this little device when we have been hosting, but we decided to actually use it with the kids as well, and they just loved it. In this video as well, I am going to be sharing a Green Chef recipe with you all. I actually haven't used Green Chef before, and I'm really excited to give them a try because I have seen them advertised in so many different places, and I've also heard such good things about them. For those of you who have never heard of Green Chef before, it is the newest recipe box for healthy eating, but your way. They have 5 dietary choices and a wide range of tasty, high-quality recipes to choose from weekly. The 5 different dietary choices that they offer are ketogenic, low carb, vegan, vegetarian, and flexitarian too. I think the choices that Green Chef give their customers is brilliant because it means that literally they cater for everybody. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a little review of what I think of Green Chef. I'm going to show you how my box arrives and what recipes we decided to choose. These recipes were chosen with the boys as well. I love doing my food shopping with the kids, and they help me decide what meals we're going to be having each week. The reason I love shopping like that is because it means I know the kids are going to enjoy each meal that I'm going to cook. So like I said in this video, one of my recipes will be a Green Chef recipe, and they have given me a discount code for you guys to use if you are interested in getting a box from them too. If you input code KERRYCHEF at checkout, this will give you 40% off your first box with Green Chef, and then it will also give you 20% off your next 3 boxes with them. You can of course cancel at any time. There are no strings attached. So the first meal that I am going to start off sharing with you is going to be one using our little griddle. This is such a cool little cooking device, and it makes a meal really, really fun. Right, so here are all my ingredients for tonight's dinner. Tonight's dinner is going to be something quite fun. It is a Friday night in our house, and we thought, as the 4 of us are staying in, that we would do something a little bit differently. So what I have got here, well, let me quickly show you actually, first of all, what we're going to be cooking this all on. So as you can see, like I said, it's a fun way of cooking, and it just makes everyone kind of like chat, and it makes the dinner last a little bit longer, so we all have a bit longer to be with each other. So normally I would get like chicken and prawns as well, but today, because it's just us and the kids, we're having some steak. So I do find that you want to get nice steaks for this dinner because like that is the main kind of part of this meal. So we've got 4 steaks, 1 for each of us. We have got a pepper because you'll see in a minute we've also got asparagus, but the boys don't like asparagus, so I'm just going to dice up this pepper and they can fry that instead. We're also going to be frying some halloumi, and then here I have made some little potatoes. This is almost going to be like patatas bravas. So what I've just done is just cut my potatoes up into little chunks, and then I have put some oil on there, and then this is like a German kind of salt. It's absolutely delicious, and you can season it on so many different things to make it taste so nice. So what I'm going to do in a minute actually with my steak is I'm going to take my steaks out, and I'm going to rub this seasoning on both sides of each steak, and then I'm just going to let them sit in the seasoning for about an hour or so before slicing them up and us cooking them. So I've already done this with the potatoes here. So these potatoes are going to go into the oven on 190 degrees centigrade for about 45 minutes. And then what we're going to serve them with, like I said before, we've got asparagus here. So with the asparagus, what I'm going to do is just kind of click off the bottom end of the asparagus, and then I'm going to slice them in half, and I'm going to fry these in butter and a little bit of salt. Asparagus is so good cooked like that and totally worth trying. And then I'm also just going to make a little salad on the side. So this is the table laid now. I have sliced up my steak and we are ready to eat. As you can see, this is such a fun way of cooking. We actually host like this quite often as well. It's a really, really sociable way of cooking, and you can just have loads and loads of different things to cook on your little skillet thing. You can cook inside or outside on it, and you can be as adventurous as you like with it too. Here is my green chef box. This has just arrived on my doorstep now, and I thought I would do a little unboxing in this video too before I show you what meal that I am going to be cooking tonight. Right, so here is my little box, and straight away I can just see loads and loads of fresh veggies. I thought I'd just unpack everything here so it's easier to see what I have got. And then here are the 3 meals that we have chosen. So we have got honey pork stir fry, which is over here. Here I've got baked feta and baby plum tomato fusilli pasta. Then over here I've got a Mediterranean style chicken. So I've just asked the boys what they fancy for dinner tonight, and they have gone with the honey pork stir fry. So I've just prepped everything for my honey and pork stir fry. It smells amazing already, and I think it's just these sauces that we've got here. Do you know what I really love about this? I love the fact that all thought has been taken away from me. All quantities that I need are here. It's all perfectly portioned out, and everything that I need for this meal, bar salt and pepper, is in your little box. So anyway, what I have got here, I have got some sugar snap peas, I've got some baby corn, and I've got some pak choi. I've got some pork mince, and I've got some egg noodles. And then in here, this is called ketjap manis. I don't know what that is, but it smells amazing. It smells a little bit soy saucy. I've got that there. And then I've also got samba here as well, which I'm gonna put on the noodles. So to make this meal, what I'm going to start off by doing is just heating up my frying pan, put a little bit of oil in there, and then I'm going to start frying off my pork mince to brown it through. I'm then just going to season this with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I'm going to stir in my honey. Once my pork is browning through, I'm just going to pour some boiling water over my noodles, and I'm just going to cook them on the hob for about 4 minutes or so until they're nicely cooked through. While those are cooking, to the pork I'm going to be adding in my sugar snap peas and baby corn, and I'm also going to add in my ketjap manis and toss everything through to coat it all nicely. I'm going to fry that off for another couple of moments until the veg is nice and al dente. And then I am going to stir in my pak choi. I don't want to cook this for too much longer because the pak choi is really nice when it's nice and crunchy and crispy. So you almost just want to warm the pak choi through. Once the noodles are cooked, I'm then just going to drain those out, and I'm then going to just stir through my samba and a little splash of oil too, just to prevent it from sticking. Once you have stirred that through the noodles, you are then ready to serve up. So as they have done on the card, I'm going to put my samba noodles down on the bottom. I am then going to load it up with some of the pork stir fry, and I'm just going to finish it off with a sprinkle of black sesame seeds on top. And as you can see, this is completely done. Do you think it looks just like the card? Which is better? Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, that's really good. What are those flavours in there? It's like a Chinese-y style flavour. Oh, that's really delicious. I'm going to order this one again. Right, so for dinner tonight, we are going to be having almost like a ratatouille type bean veggie dish. I'm not really too sure what this is called, but it's really, really tasty. So what I have done in here is I've just crushed up 3 cloves of garlic. I've diced up an onion, and that is 2 peppers here. And then as you can see, I've just sort of diced them into small little bits like this because you're going to fry them off and they're going to kind of wilt down a little bit. Then I have got 2 tins of taco mixed beans. I've cooked with these so many times. They're so good. It's in a spicy tomato sauce, but I always tell you guys that actually they're not that spicy at all. And then I have also got 1 tin of chopped tomatoes. I've got some really nice sourdough bread. This is actually called a chewy brown, and we get it from our little local shop here in Brighton. And then I've also got some halloumi. Oh, forgot to put out here that I'm also going to be using paprika, and then obviously some salt and pepper as well. So what I'm going to start off by doing here is I'm just going to fry off my onion, my garlic and my peppers to just saute them off for a few minutes. Once those have sauteed, I will then just add in my taco mixed beans, my chopped tomatoes. I'll probably add in 1 heaped tablespoon of my paprika, and I'm also actually going to add in 50 mils of veggie stock too, along with some salt and pepper as well. I'm just going to let that all bubble away and reduce down for a good 10 minutes or so. While that's reducing, I will then just be cooking my halloumi on the hob, just frying that off for a couple of minutes on each side before serving up. So how we like to serve this is just by putting the sort of bean mixture into a bowl, lay some halloumi on the top, and then toast some of our chewy brown. Once it's toasted, you can pop some butter on it and then just use that as your spoon, really. So we just dunk the bread into our bean mixture, load it up with the mixture, and then just eat it from the bread like that. Right, so tonight is going to be pizza night in our house. So I have shared this recipe before on my channel, but I wanted to add it into this video because this is probably one of the recipes I get asked most about. And for anyone new watching, I thought you might quite like to see how we make our own pizzas. So we do make our own pizza dough, and we make it out of flour, and then we also use plain yogurt with a little pinch of salt as well. Then what we have got here for the rest of our pizza is some tomato puree, and then we also have, this is for Chris and I because we love it, it's this chili puree, but it's really, really spicy, so the kids don't like it on their pizza, but it adds so much flavour. And then we have also got some oregano, we've got some Parma ham, and we've got some grated cheese here. I like to grate my cheese quite finely because I feel like less goes further, if that makes sense. When it's grated a bit thicker, I feel like you need more cheese to cover your pizza. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like it is. So I am going to cook this pizza in a frying pan, and then I'm just going to finish it off under the grill for a few minutes. So how I make my base is so easy. Per pizza, you want to add 100 grams of flour and 75 grams of yogurt into a little mixing bowl, mix it all together, and that is your dough. Obviously you can bulk make this, so if it's for 4 people, you just want to do 400 grams of flour to 300 grams of your yogurt. Then you also want to add a couple of pinches of salt, depending on how many people you're making this for. Once you have formed your dough, you then just want to put that onto a floured surface, give it a little knead together before rolling it out. Like I said, I am going to be cooking this in a frying pan, but you can cook this straight in the oven if you would prefer. So the first thing I do is I just dry fry this on both sides of my dough to just kind of crispen up the outer layer of the dough. Once I've done that, I will then start constructing my pizza. So I'll get my tomato puree and put a generous amount of that on the base of my dough, along with some oregano, followed by some cheese and Parma ham. I'm going to put the lid on top of my frying pan for a couple of moments. You don't want to have this too high on your hob. So I have got it on at 5 and I've got an induction hob, because otherwise if it's too high, you're going to burn the base of your pizza. After about 60 seconds or so, as you can see, the cheese has melted really nicely on top of your pizza. But to crispen that cheese up, what I'm going to do is take the lid off my pan, and I'm just going to put this pan underneath the grill for probably about another 60 seconds. After that, your pizza is then ready to eat and enjoy. This is a really fun way to have a meal because everyone likes to get involved to make their pizza their own. You can add any topping you like onto this pizza. What I'm going to do to mine is just add some rocket on top at the end once it's been under the grill, and then I'm just going to enjoy it. So those are the 4 recipes that I wanted to share with you today. I really hope you enjoyed them. Don't forget to click the link in my description box, which will take you over to the Green Chef website, and use my code for 40% off your first box with Green Chef, and then 20% off the next 3 boxes with them too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.